A ruthless India demolished Ireland by 143 runs to clinch the series 2-0 as spinners yet again tormented the hosts after authoritative batting show by the visiting batsmen in the second and final 2020 international here today. India posted a massive 213 for 4 after being asked to take the first strike and then bundled out the hosts for a mere 70 in 12.3 overs. It was India's biggest victory margin, by runs, as they improved on the 93-run win over Sri Lanka at Cuttack in 2017. It was also the joint second-highest margin, by runs, in T20s with Pakistan 143-run win over West Indies in Karachi earlier this year, and second to 172 runs by Sri Lanka against Kenya in 2007. It was also the lowest total against India in T20I cricket, with Ireland sinking lower than England's 80 at Colombo in 2012. Ireland never got off the blocks. Unlike in the previous game, they couldn't comprehend the raw pace of Umesh Yadav 2-19 and Siddharth Kaul 1-4. India's new pace duo reduced the opposition to 22-3 within the fourth over, with Umesh removing Ireland's experienced pairing of Paul Stirling 0 and William Porterfield 14 in successive overs. Half-centurion from the previous game, James Shannon 2, became Kaul's maiden international wicket. Yuzvendra Chahal 3/21 and Kuldeep Yadav 3/16 routed Ireland again as the hosts crashed to a massive defeat. Earlier, continuing their tune-up for the England tour, KL Rahul and Suresh Raina struck attacking half-centuries. Barring the odd hiccup, it was another dominant display from the Indian batsmen as Rahul 70 and Raina 69 bossed the Irish bowling to put on 106 runs off 57 balls for the second wicket. This was after the hosts won the toss and opted to field once again. They made one change, and brought in the experienced William Porterfield. Keeping the England T20I series in mind, India made 4 rotations changes. Siddharth Kaul made his T20I debut while Umesh Yadav, Dinesh Karthik and Rahul were included in the playing 11. Shikhar Dhawan, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Jasprit Bumrah and MS Dhoni were rested. While the changes were all like-for-like, India opted for permutations in the batting order. Skipper Virat Kohli, 9 out for a duck in the first game, opened the innings with Rahul. Again though, he fell cheaply, out-caught off a skier at fine leg as George Dockrell held on impressively. Rahul then took centre stage and smacked the Irish bowling to all parts of the ground. Overall, he hit 3 fours and 4 long sixes during his 36-ball stay, replicating his purple-rich form from the 2018 Indian Premier League season. He brought up his 4th T20I half-century off 28 balls and then accelerated further thereafter as India crossed the 100 mark in the 10th over and looked comfortably set for another 200-plus total. However, just as he was approaching his century, he played a habitual false stroke and was dismissed. Kevin O'Brien, 3-40, was the partnership breaker for Ireland, striking off his first delivery in the 13th over, accepting a simple return catch. It became a double blow as Rohit Sharma 0 was caught at back with .2 balls later, a shot that can be described lazy at best. It deprived Dinesh Karthik of an opportunity to bat, but more importantly, the dual wickets also sucked out momentum off the Indian innings. Raina though countered with some attacking strokes and brought up his 5th T20I half-century off 34 balls. Overall, he hit 5 fours and 3 sixes and lifted India in the latter half of the innings, adding 41 runs with Manish Pandey 21* off 20 balls. For the 4th wicket, he fell to O'Brien 2, becoming his 3rd wicket on the day as India were placed at 169-4 in the 18th over. Hardik Pandya, 32 had other plans though, and he played a 9-ball blitzkrieg knock, which included 4 towering sixes at the small Malahide Cricket Club ground. Thanks to his efforts, wherein O'Brien's final over of the Indian innings was taken for 21 runs, India managed to surpass the total from Wednesday. Chasing another tall order, Ireland knew they needed a stable start to have any chance of fronting up to the Indian spinners. But with an untidy start, they were never in the hunt. Chahal struck as soon as he was introduced in the 6th over, bowling Andrew Balbirnie, 9. He picked up 2 more wickets, while Kuldeep at the other end proved to be equally lethal. Pandya also picked up 1-20 in his 2 overs. If Ireland were hoping to make a step forward from the previous game, this turned out to be 2 steps back, as the last 7 wickets fell for just 40 runs in the space of 39 balls. Ireland needed someone to bat at time and avoid a humiliating defeat, but Gary Wilson's top score of 15 runs told a futile tale. None of the Irish batsmen could cross the 20-run mark, while only 4 of them made it to double figures in what was a completely hapless showing. Meanwhile, India rounded up the preparations in fine style for sterner tests ahead. Catch up on all the latest T20 news and updates here. Also download the new Midday Android and iOS apps to get latest updates. This story has been sourced from a third-party syndicated feed agencies. Midday accepts no responsibility or liability for its dependability, trustworthiness, reliability and data of the text. Midday Management/mid-day.com reserves the sole right to alter, delete or remove without notice the content in its absolute discretion for any reason whatsoever.